Good. So, good evening, everybody. Today, again, I choose one verses from the Dhammapada, and with the story in the commentary from the commentary. This is the story number, the verse number 50, and this is about Pāṭhika. Pāṭhika is a naked ascetic. He believed on the time of the Buddha. Buddha slowly start to have more and more students, more and more followers. And the other ascetic, also the last time we also mentioned about this situation, the last story, that more and more ascetic, they start to be jealous about the Buddha, get angry about the situations that the Buddha is stealing from them, the audience or the followers. So this is about the same, some kind of the same story. This is normally the story a little bit longer, and sometimes even from previous life, Jataka story. So this story, it's a little bit shorter, and it's talking only about something that happened in this life with the Buddha. And like I said, it's about the story of Pāṭhika, the naked ascetic. So maybe Lisa, you can read for us first, and then I will talk about it a little bit.
Yes. One should not consider the faults of others, nor they are doing or not doing good or bad deeds. One should consider only whether one has done or not done good or bad deeds.
You see, this is very, very important sentence, what the Buddha said, actually. Normally, we're looking upon what other people, we're judging other people, what they're doing, they do good, they don't do good. We have the intent with conceit, with ego of ourselves, something like we know better than others, and we are judging and we're criticizing, and we are, oh, he's making good, he's making not good, and then even create anger about other people, or dissatisfaction for other people, judging them, create aversion to other people. But the Buddha said, don't look what other people are doing. Don't let your anger to come up to you, or judging come to you, or criticizing come to you. But you consider, what are you doing? We have to stand on our own lotus and to take care that our own lotus is in the good way. Of course, sometimes we can see the defect or the goodness, when we learn from goodness of others, also the defect or wrongdoings of other people, and learn what we should not do. But still, we should not go into the judging and conceit. I know better, is no, and then we fall into wrong thinking, okay? Or even, like I said, aversion or disliking to other people. Even if we see people making wrong, we can come out of compassion, and if we can help and we can adjust, we can criticize them, this is beneficial as a friend for them, okay? But not as a disliking and aversion, and I know better, so I reject you. So this is what the Buddha said in these verses. What the meaning, when in which occasion the Buddha used this sentence, please, we can read now.
This religious instruction was given by the teacher while he was in residence at Savatthi with reverence to Pāṭhika, the naked ascetic.
Again, our story is in Savatthi, in the north of India, in the Anathapindika monastery, and then the Buddha speak it out in certain occasion to someone on refer to this, like I said, the man Pāṭhika, which is he was ascetic from another naked in India. Even today, you can see the naked ascetic people walking. Okay, so what happened with them? The Buddha have to mention this. Yeah.
At Savatthi, we are told the wife of a certain householder ministered to the needs of a naked ascetic named Pāṭhika, treating him as he would be her own son.
Okay, you see what? There is one woman, okay, this woman, she have one teacher or one yogi that she like very much, and this yogi named Pāṭhika, and the woman, she's so close to him, she like him, she respect him so much, so she taking care for him, like she adopt him like the son for her. So she also feeding her and taking all what necessary for him.
Of her nearest neighbors, those who went to hear the teacher preach the Dhamma, returning, praising the virtues of the Buddhas in manifold ways, saying, "Oh, how wonderful is the preaching of the Buddhas." When the woman...
One moment, you see, these women have neighbors, and the neighbors slowly grow up. The students of Buddha, they grow up. So every time that they meet, this woman meet the neighbors, the neighbors told her how they like the Buddha, what great is the teaching of the Buddha, what good experience they have with the Buddha. So then how she responds?
Yeah. When the woman heard her neighbors thus praise the Buddhas, she desired to go to the Jetavana monastery and hear the Dhamma.
She didn't get jealous. She didn't get anger about this information. She was very curious because she had an open-minded. So she actually wanted to listen also for another good teacher. She already had one good teacher, but now she wants to listen to another good teacher. We see what he has the opinion to say. Okay.
So she put the matter to the naked ascetic, saying, "Noble sir, I desire to go and hear the Buddha." But as often as she made her request, the naked ascetic prevents her from going, saying, "Do not go."
You see, she so respect the teacher, her own teacher. So before she go to make the actions to look for the Buddha, so she go first to her own teacher. And out of respect, she asked permission for him. "Oh, I wish to go to listen to the teaching of the Buddha." But he, with the jealousy, with the fear, he afraid that she will leave him. Okay, and he jealous. Why she have to go to another teacher? I am good teacher anyway. So she all the time tell her, "No, please don't go. No need to go." He tried to prevent her to go. So
the woman thought to herself, "Since this naked ascetic will not permit me to go to the monastery and hear the Dhamma, I will invite the teacher to my own house and hear the Dhamma right here."
You see, she still want to listen to the Buddha. Another teacher, well, he have good reputation. Why I want also to listen what he have to say. She don't reject her teacher. She opposite, she respected the naked ascetic Pāṭhika very much. But still she have the curiosity to listen to another opinion, another teacher, good teachers. So she said, "Okay, if he say I should not go, I respect him, I will not go. But I will invite the Buddha to come to me, to eat lunch in my place." Yeah.
Accordingly, when it was evening, she asked for her own son and sent him to the teacher, saying to him, "Go, invite the teacher to accept my hospitality for tomorrow."
So you see what she's doing? She's sending, she have, like I told you, that she's respecting, she like the naked ascetic like her own child, but she also have her own child. So she said to the child, she don't go to the Buddha to invite the Buddha. She sent the child, her boy, "Please go tomorrow and ask the Buddha, I wish to invite them to lunch in my house."
The boy started out, but went first to the place of residence of the naked ascetic, saluted him.
Okay, sorry, you see how much this family, they respected this ascetic, they like him so much, whatever it is, okay? So the boy also respect him so much like the mother. Before he go to the Buddha, he walk on the way, first he go to naked ascetic to pay respect to him, okay?
Saluted him and sat down. "Where are you going?" asked the naked ascetic. "My mother asked me to invite the Buddha for lunch tomorrow." "Do not go to him." All very well.
Okay, you see what he's doing? He's going reporting to the naked ascetic about where he's going. So the naked ascetic also prevent the boy to go. He tried to stop the boy from going to the Buddha. What he say to the boy? Yeah.
All very well, but I am afraid for my mother. I must go. Let the two of us eat the food that yours mother prepared for him. Do not go.
You see
No.
what? Sorry, you see what he said to the boy? He said to him, your mother will prepare the food. You don't invite the Buddha. So me and you can gain the food. Something like he tried to temptate the boy. So he will not go. So tomorrow we have very nice food that your mother is specially preparing to the Buddha. Yeah.
No, my mother will scold me. Well, then go. But when you go and invite the Buddha, do not say to him, our house is situated in such and such a place, in such and such a street, and you may reach it by taking such and such a road. Instead, act as if you lived nearby, and when you leave, run off as you intended to take a different road and come back here.
You see what he's telling him, what kind of manipulation and trick. He said to her, okay, if you're fearful, the boy say, okay, I cannot go, I cannot do this, but you ask me not to go. I'm afraid for my mother so much. So the naked ascetics tell him, okay, don't tell the Buddha where you are living. You go, you just invite, but you don't give information where are you living. You see, try something like to trick the Buddha, that the Buddha will know, okay, I got the invitation, but I don't know where to go. I don't know which place is the house. So something like he give the boy the idea how to do it, so to trick the Buddha that the Buddha will fail to come.
The boy listened to the instructions of the naked ascetic and then went to the teacher and delivered the invitation. When he had done everything according to the instructions of the naked ascetic, he returned to the letter. The naked...
Yeah, you see, he actually made exactly what the naked ascetic told him. He go there, he tell the Buddha, oh, my mother wants you to come to lunch, and then he didn't give him any information, where is my mother living, where we are living, something like this, and then he go out, and he go from another direction, something like that. Even if the monk will see him, they will ask the Buddha, oh, which direction he go? So something like this, and the monk will say, he go this direction. So the Buddha will get confused totally. That's what his idea. Okay. So now he coming back to the naked ascetic and reporting.
The naked ascetic asked him, what did you do? And the boy answered, everything you told me to do, noble sir. The naked ascetic replied, you have done very well. Now we shall both of us eat the good things prepared for him.
You see what he already happy? Tomorrow I'm going to the woman, I will sit in the house together with the boys, and then the Buddha will not come. So she will wait, disappoint so much why the Buddha didn't come. And then she said, okay, please, let's eat the food, what to do, the Buddha didn't come. Okay, so?
On the following day, very early in the morning, the naked ascetic went to the house of the woman, taking the boy with him, and the two sat down together in the back room.
Yeah, they sit there, they're waiting for the time when the Buddha is not coming. Okay, after the Buddha not coming and the woman disappoint, of course she will call us to come. Me and the boy, we eat very nice food. Yeah.
The neighbors came to help too with the 5 kinds of flowers, including the laja flower, and prepared a seat of great price, that the teacher might sit therein.
Why they actually come to help with the neighbor come? Because the woman, she never invite the Buddha. She don't have any idea how to prepare the place for the Buddha to sit. She prepare just food, but she don't know. So then they never also come. They have to know how to prepare the seat especially for the Buddha, respectfully sit for the Buddha. But you see what now the comment say, what kind of things the comment said about this, the idea that you try to prevent the Buddha to go, and then the Buddha will not go. He don't know how to go. So what actually the commentaries say about it?
Buddhas ever need a guide to direct them on their way. For on the day of enlightenment, when they sit under the Bo tree, causing 10,000 worlds to quake, all paths become plain to them. This path leads to hell. This path leads to the world of animal. This path leads to the world of ghosts. This path leads to the world of man. This path leads to the world of the gods. This path leads to the deathless, to great Nibbana. There's never any need of telling them the way to villages, market towns, or other places.
You see, in this occasion, also the commentary show how great is the Buddha. He's not talking about how to go to this and this place, or it's nothing for him. He knows the 10 actions which leading to the hell, the 10 actions leading to the angels world. Okay, he know how the vipassana, how to go to nirvana. He know how to practice the jhana to get into the Brahma worlds. All these things, what is the things that leads the people to be peta? What is the things lead to the sentient beings? What is the karma? All these things. This is nothing for him to find the directions to the house of the woman. Okay, so they use the commentary explaining these kind of things in the double meaning. Okay, to show also how great is the Buddha with his knowledge. Yeah.
Therefore, the teacher, very early in the morning, took bowl and robe and went straight to the house of the great female lay disciple.
Okay, so the Buddha, he know exactly how to go. Nothing. The commentary say nothing. No need to tell him exactly where to go. He just go. He know exactly where is it. Yeah.
She came forth from the house, worshipped the teacher with the 5 postures, guides him into the house, poured the water of respect into his right hand, and gave him the choicest of food, both hard and soft.
Okay, this is the regulation. Prostrating, it means like we make like prostration like this, okay? This is called Anjali, okay? Like we are prostrating. I think all of you know how this is. This means with a 5 position, okay? 5 posture. And then, of course, she bring him home, and then she give him the food, different kind of food, hard and soft. This is normally how the monk coming, they respect them with this kind of offering. And then?
When the teacher had finished his meal, the female lay disciple, desiring to have him pronounce the words of thanksgiving, took his bowl, and the teacher, with his own sweet voice, began the address of thanksgiving.
Anumotana, we say, okay? Give her some teaching about the goodness of what she have done, and the result will be with this.
The lay disciple listened to the preaching of the Dhamma and applauded the teacher, saying, "Well said, well said."
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. She appreciated Buddha give her Dhammatalk. She was so excited from the Dhammatalk that the Buddha give her. She immediately says, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay? So what happened in the moment that the woman says sadhu, sadhu, sadhu? Yeah?
The naked ascetic, sitting there in the back room, heard the words of applause uttered by the lay disciple as she heard the teacher preach the Dhamma. Unable to control himself, he thinks to himself, She is my disciple no longer, and came out.
Okay, you see what happened to him? He's sitting there, he listened to all these things, and then slowly start to cook inside himself anger, jealousy, worry, all these influences coming and bubble in his mind, and develop so big story. She don't want me anymore. She will not be my disciple anymore. She's going to throw me away, or whatever his mind produce some kind of story in the mind. Okay. This is, by the way, in Pali we call papanja. Papanja, it's the thinking which is followed one after the other, one tick, 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 by greed, anger, delusion. Papanja will be with the greed, anger, delusion, not with the wisdom. Okay, not with the positive things, with the negative things. So his mind start to run and story come to himself. So he cannot bear it anymore. And then he opened the door and get out. Yeah, and then what he was making?
And he said to the lay disciple, "Which? You got lost because you are appreciating this man." And he revealed both the female lay disciple and the teacher in all manner of ways, and then ran off.
See what happened? He cannot handle it anymore with all this anger, and he blew off. He opened the door, start to shout on the Buddha, start to shout on the woman, and speak very bad things to both of them. Take out all his anger in the front of all the people actually sitting there. And then he just ran away from the house. Something like she don't want to be my disciples anymore. She will not take care about me. So why this happened to him? Because of all this jealousy and anger control his mind. So what happened with the woman because of this? Because she liked him very much. She respect him actually. She don't know what happened to him. So
the lay disciple was so embarrassed by the naked ascetic's insulting words that her mind became completely distraught and she was unable to concentrate her attention on the teacher's discourse.
Yeah.
The teacher asked her, "Lay disciple, are you unable to fix your mind on my discourse?" Good and reverend.
Yeah, you see what happened? Because she liked this man so much. And when he get out and behave in so anger and so embarrassing way, she get by herself confused. Something like she took responsibility for it. It's like if your son doing something bad, you're also feeling that you are ashamed, okay? So she took responsibility, it make her confused. So the Buddha tried to teach her Dharma, but she cannot listen to him because she's not concentrating. She's embarrassed and thinking her mind is jumping, okay, restlessness. So the Buddha asked her, "What happened to you? You are not, you cannot concentrate?"
Good and reverend sir, she replied, "my mind is completely distraught by the insulting words of this naked ascetic." Said the teacher, "One should not consider the talk of such an atheist. One should pay no attention to such as he. One should regard only one's own sins of commission and omission." So saying, he pronounced the following stanza.
One moment before, you see what the Buddha actually tell her? Don't think about what he responding, what is condition. This is his condition. You take care about your own condition. You take care about yourself, your own mind. Okay? Yeah. So that's why the Buddha he said the person should not think about other people. Actually, they use here the atheist, but means that someone which is believing on other things, okay, which is because he don't open by himself to listen to other teachers. So that's why the Buddha is using it this way. We should be open to listen. Maybe other people also have some good things, maybe other things, other people have not good. So we can select, we can take for ourselves what is good, what is not bad, not good. But we should not get angry about this. So in this way, the Buddha said to her, his own anger is his condition, it's not your condition. You take care of your own condition. And then the Buddha told her,
"One should not consider the faults of others, nor they are doing or not doing good or bad deeds. One should consider only whether one has done or not done good or bad deeds."
We are comparing others, and then sometimes we're forgetting ourselves. We think we can, we are on the position to judge others, and then sometimes we don't pay attention to our own behavior. So this actually short, the commentary, short one, but very meaningful. Please, anyone have a question? Bitte schön. You can ask about other things also. You don't have to ask only about these things if you want.
Hi, Prabhupada.
Good evening.
I have two questions.
Please.
One of them, it's actually also because there is a friend of mine who is very analytical, and I don't know how to explain this to him. So I thought of asking you, like, when you take this map of the Sumero mountain and everything, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
So the earth, it looks, Sumero is like this. Like
Yeah.
this, and the earth is like this, right? And
Yeah.
then so he was like what he says is like why is the earth not like a sphere in this, like this? And so I told him it's because if you, when you look from samadhi, you look from like, you look like this, so it look, everything looks like planes, right? And I don't know, this is what I said, but maybe I might be wrong. And then his other argument was, then it says the sun goes like this, right? Why then why does the sun not go down in Norway? So he was asking me this, and I don't know how to answer. And the second one was there was a friend of mine here in Germany. He was from India, and he left Germany saying he wants to become a monk in Bodh Gaya. After he went to India, he got confused with many things, and now he's completely off from the path. And sometimes I try to help him, but he doesn't want to listen. So then I get a bit frustrated, and then anger arises inside me as well. So now I just don't say anything. Can you advise me on this?
You see, so first about the cosmologic, okay? The cosmologic say that this is like, we talk about celestial world. We don't talk about physical, that it's a physical actually, it's a rupas, but it's celestial rupas, okay? It's the fine material. For example, when we are looking at this is very hard. It's mean I don't know if you know, the 4 element inside is very tense. Okay, I thought maybe one time I will explain about rupa, about materiality. Now I'm studying it because I study Abhidhamma in the past, but I am studying more on the mental. Now I start to learn about the rupa, so maybe about materiality. Maybe one time I will find occasion when I see that I really know it very well, I can give lecture about it. But when we are looking at the health, okay, in the way that you look at the mountain, Sumero mountain, so it's something that you have to look by supernormal power. Why? Because it's very fine material, okay? That's why the angels living there. The angels' body, they are very, very fine material, okay? But our appearance on the hard material, like the health itself, it's also rupa, and this is also rupa, but it's very gross one. So you combine the big one with the small one, okay, with the gross one with the fine one, and you say, where is this gross one in the total fine one, okay? Because it's everything is rupa, but some rupa we are human beings, we can see, but some rupa we cannot see. For example, you are looking at flowers, you see the color, but you don't see all the colors, okay? You see the flame of the fire, you see the flame, you see the color, but you don't see all the colors of it, okay? So if I want to say, where is the other color of the flowers that maybe the bee can see, but we cannot see, you combine the what you can see to what you cannot see, and you say, this is here and this is here, okay? But actually, when we are looking, we cannot see everything. We see only the bee, maybe they see part, maybe they see everything, okay? So when you look at Sumeru mountain, you are talking about what you can see and what you cannot see, like this. Where is this and where is this comparing? So the health is floating on the water, okay? But we cannot see the water, you cannot swim on this water. But the angels, they can see this water, okay? There is other mountain around that we cannot see it. But angels, they can see it. If people have a strong concentration, they can see it, okay? So Sumeru mountain is also there, that we cannot see it. But you cannot say that it does not exist, okay? It still exists there. But this is that we have eyes, which is very gross, we cannot see it, okay? So if you look at it, this is the way that it's built. It's a mountain, which is the sun and the moon, but this is not the sun and the moon that we are talking about. It's different sun and the moon. The angels, they can see the sun and the moon, but we cannot see it because it's very fine, okay? So this sun and moon, it's not the sun and the moon that we are seeing and we criticize one day finish, another day start, okay? This is different day and night. The angels, they can see, Brahma, they can see, but we cannot see these things. So that's why inside this mountain, there is a living creatures, sentient beings living, but we cannot see them. They are actually, some of them, they are living with us, like some angels, Naga, Yaka, they are living with us. They are in the flowers, but we cannot see them. Our eyes is very gross. Our sense doors, not only eyes. All the sense doors, they are very, but people practicing concentration, if they reach to a certain level of concentration in the jhana, then they can see all this information, because this information is very fine, okay? So but your friend told you, agree with you, not agree with you, this is up to him. This is according to the Buddhism cosmology. If your friends not agree with this, you should not argue with them. If he will open the strong concentration, if sometimes his concentration will go up, he will be able to see by himself. Okay?
Prabhupada, he told that monks who have strong concentration and lay people who have strong concentration have looked at this, and they all see it in the same way, like this.
Yeah.
Everything. But still, he has doubt, I think, regarding something.
Okay, but you should not convince him. This is information. The Buddha said, don't argue. Many times, even monk, when they give lecture, they don't say, this is my opinion or this is the best opinion. They say, according to the Buddhism, according to the scripture, according to the Nikaya, according to Abhidhamma. You understand? We don't declare this is the total. We don't come, we declare, we know the best and everybody wrong. Opposite, it's good for us. Yeah, Marcus, you wanted to ask, to tell something?
Frau Ofer?
Yeah.
I think that her friend is of course right. This world is a sphere and it circles the sun. So he is not doubt, he's simply right. This is our physical world.
Yeah.
The other one is, as you say, a fine material world. So if Vidushi would argue, she would be wrong and he would be right, or she would be right. So he's right. There's no need to argue.
Yeah. Just whatever you know, we know. Whatever you don't know, we don't know. But you cannot say that you're wrong totally. Okay? So that's why the Buddha said to the monk, don't argue. If people will ask you, you should say your opinion if they're capable to listen. But you don't, this is not something for arguing with. It's just many times I tell the people some things about Buddha. For example, reincarnations. It's very difficult for people to, or karma. It's very difficult for people to understand it. But I said, don't worry about it. You ask me, so I'm just answering how the Buddhism look at it. But you keep your own understanding, because Buddhism is not asking you to believe. When you know, you know. But still, you ask me what is the opinion, I tell you what is the opinion of Buddhism. You don't have to agree with me, okay?
Yes.
So your friend, he went to India. Yeah, sorry?
No, I don't know. I'm just telling what I think. It's because like people who look scientifically, they look only in one direction, so they will never be able to catch this. That's what I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
because you see, mostly the people in the scientists, they're looking at the rupa. They're looking for materialist. Okay, they are difficult to sign about the mind, because mind is not. They have the tool that they are working with is a physical tool. Okay, so they find the quantum. They find maybe different kind of elementary, which is very nearby what the Buddha talked about. Because the rupa is actually elementary element. It's even not material. There is no material, actually. There is only, it's the same like there is no fire. It's just combination. You cannot see fire. It's a combination of the heat, include material, we include the oxygen. When they come together, there is a fire. But actually, there is no such things like fire. When these three elements come together, this became fire. So when the four elements of materiality, okay, solidity, let's say, water element, fire element, and heat. So they coming coming together. Then it became klapa, which is like a quantum, okay, or something like this. But actually, it's not exist. We see it because there is a color to this. There is something starting to be when these four elements coming to be. But actually, when we look, we see table, we see this is nothing. There is nothing inside. It's empty. It's just element. But our mind cannot perceive it. It perceives something. Okay? So this is panyati, we call it. I would say like the mind is creating something from this. Okay? But maybe when I talk about rupa, I will explain these things. So same things. You have depend how much is the water element inside, how much the air element inside, how much it will be fine or not fine.
and I wanted to ask one thing also, Prabhupada, like, because I'm also a scientist, right? My job is a scientist, but I always, well, after learning Abhidhamma, I understood that we only measure temperature born materiality, this utuja rupa, from this rupa. The other rupas are, I don't know, they cannot catch it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to think that also temperature you don't really catch, because you catch temperature because you have different between two different temperature. This is the reason that you can catch temperature. Even temperature you cannot catch. You have two different temperature, then you compare between one to the other, then you know there is a temperature. But actually, if you have only one temperature, you cannot know it. There is nothing, no color, no taste, nothing.
Yes.
Understand? So how can you measure? But when you have two temperature, then you can say, there is heat, there is a cool, okay? Because of comparing. Yeah. So this person, you like, Marcus tell you right things. He say, this is the ability of the person to see what is his ability. You should not try to convince him. If he's asking and you know to answer, you say, okay, as much as I know in the Buddhism, it's this and this and this. But we don't argue with this. You understand? Otherwise, conflict and scolding and fighting and anger and judging. And again, you see, he's good, I'm bad. I'm bad, he's good. And all these things is just fighting. And also the other person that you said that he go to India and he get more confused or whatever. you see what you can help him, you can help him. What you cannot help him, you stay upeka. You understand? This is karma, maybe, to get confused more. But you don't think that you can necessarily make him with a clear mind or samadhi, a right view. Sometimes people, they're holding the wrong view, you cannot do anything. You just keep them like this.
Actually, I feel really sorry for him because now he's in India and his family put so much pressure on him to get married, and I think now he's getting married. So I was thinking if he was in Germany, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But there is, I will try to stay with the.
You stay upeka. This should not be for us to involve.
Yes. Thank you.
Don't suggest them anything, not to do this, not to do that, okay? And for sure, it's about connection between people, marriage or not marriage, we should not involve.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhupada, and thank you, Marcus.
Welcome.
Oh, sorry, Prabhupada, I missed one point. In this, you said the sun and moon they see, it's not what we see, right?
No.
So the what we see, it's from a different direction, or how?
No. It's totally different. The sun and the moon, they're talking about this in the cosmology, it's different. It's not going bigger, it's going different direction. It's not our sun and moon. Our sun and moon, it's very little.
Then where is this one?
Huh?
Where is this one?
If you look up on if you have supernormal power, and you look up into the sky, you think that Sumero mountain, how big is it? It's going into the galaxy.
Yes, it is very big, like it's going
here, but it's big. It's going to the stars. Our sun, our star, it's only on the sea, there is four land. You have another land very, very far, which is not, you cannot sail it with a boat. We are talking about celestial sea.
1 second.
And then there is a mountain, and there is another star there that there is the people living much more longer life than us, and they are much more bigger than us. But this is in another galaxy.
I mean, this sun and moon, which we are seeing, where is it coming from? Like, it's the one which we see. This is from some other place, or how?
No. All these stars, okay, they are part of the material things, okay? Gross material things. They are part of the materiality. Okay?
Yes.
But they are gross materiality.
Yes.
Now, we can see them. They are not far, actually. They are very nearby. If you consider about the galaxy, about all the stars, all the universe. Now, the Sumero mountain, if you look into the galaxy, you are already far from our moon and our star, our moon and our sun. Only then it will start the mountain itself. Besides this, you have another surrounding of mountain, seven mountains which is surrounding the Sumero mountain. Before the Sumero starting.
Okay.
You understand? But this one, it's a fine material. The moon and the sun that you are looking, it's a gross material. That's why you can see it. But the fine material you cannot see. But the fine material, it's much more things happened than the gross material.
Okay, I understand. Because
You are a human being.
okay.
You are a human being. You see only little for what you can see. The angels, they can see much more than you.
Yes.
Understand? Same like you see color, but the bee seeing much more color than us. We are very primitive. You know, you can smell, but the dog, he can smell much more than us. Even he can hear much more than us. We don't hear all the vibration, even with all the instrument, because our body, we have physical body like this, and our sense doors getting the information through this because of our attachment. This happened because of attachment. So we became very gross.
Yes.
You see, the children, they attach to the toy. So they don't know how to drive a car. They cannot fly airplanes because they're playing games. They attach to the simple things, so they cannot get the big things. Watch the older people, they don't attach to the small things. So they still attach to the big things. So that's why they say, but the small, the Lego, they don't be interesting about Lego, so they can build buildings. You understand? This is because of our attachment. That's why we need the food. Oh, so nice. But actually the angels, they have much more delicious drink than this. But our mind attached to this, you don't want to let go. So we cannot enjoy the highest, the good one. We attach, men and women attach so beautiful. Oh, we like so much the color of the skin. But the angels, they are much more beautiful. So because we lock ourselves, we attach to the simple things, we cannot enjoy the angels' beauty. You understand?
Yes.
And the reason that we come to be human being is because of this attachment.
Yeah.
Actually, we have much more delicious food, but we let go of this one. We hold the bread. We want bread. We want, I don't know, schnitzel. So we don't enjoy the food of the angels. You understand? We fear so much, so we hold our land. But actually, if we don't hold our land, we have all the world around us. We can have a food. We don't need to grow up in our field. The land know how to bring the food by itself. But no, this is my country, this is my land, this is my house. So I block myself. I close myself. I'm limited myself. But if I open and I say, hey, let everybody eat. So the land bring the food by itself already. The tree grow by themselves. And then everybody can eat all the time. I don't need to work. I just can pick up, eat how much I want, and the other friends also eat how much I want. You understand?
Yes.
But because of this attachment, we change from angels, we come to be human beings. This is in the Digha Nikaya. I cannot remember. I think it's the sutta name Genesis or something like this.
Agamya Sutta. Agamya Sutta.
Yeah, so there it's describing how we was angels, we come to be, oh, this delicious taste. All the time we said, this is delicious taste. And actually we don't know that we're repeating the same sentence that make us to be human being. You know the sutta, huh?
I have read
Abhasara Deva. When the Abhasara Deva changed and they became human beings because of the attachment to the simple things. And then we destroy the world. We block ourselves like a jail. You understand? So we cannot see the beautiful mountain. It's a great, big, so big. but we are in a jail. Only 100 years we are living. They are living much longer.
Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you so much for always helping me, and
Welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Bitte schön. Good. Anyone want to say more things? Something? No? Good. So thank you very much again. And thank you very much, Lisa, also for the reading. And for all of you, by all the good things you are doing, all the sila, samadhi, panya, wisdom, all the development in the Dhamma, which is very rare to find, very difficult to find today. If you go in Munich, you see in the pub how many people there. Much more. Huh? I wish for all of you to find the real happiness. Thank you very much, and thank you very much again for Dhammacari for the invitation for this time again. And hope to see you next week. Right.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Dankeschön. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.